6 months ago, exactly in August of 2024, I took the leap into early retirement. In this video, I'm sharing my discoveries after 6 months of being in retirement, surprises, and little pleasures and lessons that I've learned along the way. Hi, my name is RayAnn, and in this channel, Calm Living, Wellness, and Wisdom, I will talk about early retirement in your 40s and 50s and beyond, things that are important to us at this time of our lives, like managing our finances, the importance of wellness into our 40s, 50s, and beyond. It's so important to prioritize our health at this time so we can have a healthy, not just lifespan, but health span. We'll talk about yoga. You can join me for yoga sessions, meditation, family life, travel, and the importance of creating and savoring experiences into our early 40s, into our 50s, and beyond. So the first discovery is that it takes a while to get to slow down. I have been working all my life, and there's always that constant stress. There's different types of challenges, and it's just hard to get out of that mode even when you're in retirement. This may be familiar to you. If you've gone on vacation, you probably know this feeling where you're looking so forward to the time off and the vacation that you're going to have, and when you get to the place, you still feel really stressed, and that your body's not slowing down, your mind is still thinking about work. And so it's been my experience for the last maybe 5 months of my early retirement. I guess this is the first month that I've really felt that I'm slowing down. I'm starting to slow down. The reality of owning my time is starting to sink in. And I really cherish and feel blessed that I have control of my time right now and can choose to be intentional about how I spend it. I guess the flip side of that coin is that because of having that freedom to manage your time, you also lose a sense of structure and routine. And it's one of the things that I feel challenged with. I am a night owl at heart. I have always been more productive in the evenings. I've always been trying to get things done till really late at night. And one of the things that have sort of helped me with managing that is that I've always started work very early. I've always started work for the last 10, 15 years at 8 a.m. So I've always been going to bed at probably 11 at the latest. And without this sort of structure and a hard start at 8, or really this kind of responsibility where you need to show up, I feel like I've sort of lost that rhythm and routine. I have now been getting to bed quite late, maybe, and this is embarrassing to say, but maybe about 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and have been getting up later as well, about 9:30. And I feel this is affecting my productivity during the day. And I know it's kind of funny to think about productivity in retirement years, but I still want to be productive and I still want to be using my time wisely. It's just maybe finding that balance is the lesson I have to really learn. Finding the balance between being flexible with my time, not being rigid because I no longer need to do that, but at the same time, having a sense of structure and routine so that I can continue to know what I'm doing and manage my time more wisely, if that makes sense. So I'll keep you posted on that in future videos into how I do. The second thing that I've learned about in retirement or discovered is really mindfulness and present moment awareness. These two words have become buzzwords for a while now. I've always have present moment awareness, wanted to be mindful, which means being aware and being intentional about what you think, how you act. And it's been something that I've worked towards, but I now realize as I start to slow down in retirement that it's really not a state of doing these things, but a state of being. Like being in retirement I have felt just in the last couple of months more mindful of things and being more present in the moment. I've noticed things that I've never noticed before. And this is probably one of the best things that I love about my life right now. We've lived in this home probably for the last 14, 15 years. And outside of our bedroom window upstairs, there's this tree, you probably see in the background there. And basically, you can see, I've noticed it for the first time this year that there's now buds growing and it's starting to come alive. And it's in that moment of reflection that I realize that I'm in that same state, that I'm also becoming more alive and I'm growing, I'm evolving at this stage in my life. And that's something that I really feel so blessed to have. It's really little things like enjoying things with my 16-year-old daughter. In the past, if you have teenagers, you know that they usually want to talk to you late at night when you say goodnight, and then they stop you and try to make conversation. And in the past, I just didn't have the bandwidth for that, having to juggle work and just everything else. But right now, I feel like I can say yes to more things I like. Yes, I want to talk to you. What is it about? And really being engaged in that conversation. So that's one of the things I really like. Also enjoying spending time with our cat, who was so lovely, and I've always enjoyed spending time with her. I always say she's now my best coworker because we were always together during the day. And also, I guess just little things. I take pleasure in cooking now. I'm not the best cook, but right now I feel like I'm consistently making healthy meals for my family. So that's wonderful. And also just being back on the present moment awareness, just really enjoying little things. Like this morning, I was looking out our window and I saw this bird in our bird bath just bathing. And if you see birds bathing, it's really cute. They splash around with no care in the world. And it was such a joy to be in that moment and see that. So, the third thing that I think is probably a big thing, as you can imagine, in retirement is financial security. It definitely comes to mind after working for most of my life. When you have a steady paycheck, when you feel like money's really not something you want to worry about because you've got a paycheck coming. In retirement, I guess it's that realization slowly trickling in that you do have to be more mindful of your spending. And it really is making me reevaluate our lifestyle as a family and being able to be more intentional about where we spend our money, what activities we do, how we save and budget with things that we don't really need, cut out things we don't need. Maybe we used to go out for dinners once or twice a week, but maybe now we are trying to replace it with cooking more at home, with the rest of the family contributing on weekends, which has been really fun. And prioritizing just what are the things that are valuable to us, that we want to experience and continue to spend money on these things as opposed to things that are just on autopilot. Another thing related to finances, and again, the flip coin of that, or one of the things that probably comes to mind in a lot of people's minds at this age, is also decumulation, which is really just the process of drawing down on your assets or really spending the money that you have invested to prepare for this time of life, retirement. So I guess in with everyone, as we go through life, we are in the process of accumulation, accumulating money through the work we do, making investments, making sure we prepare for the future for that time. And when that time comes, I guess it's also good to know, and I don't have the answer to when this is, but when is the right time to start really accumulating, making your investments work for you? And that's something I'm beginning to just stand and learn. And there's really so many things in the financial area that I'd still like to understand and share with you. But if you have any thoughts or insights regarding that, then please let me know in the comments below. Another thing, and I think I'm at number 4 now, one of the discoveries I've had is also prioritizing health and self-care, including mental health at this stage in our lives, in our 40s and 50s, and into early retirement. I guess I've always been like, these two are kind of buzzwords, self-care, and I've always wanted to prioritize my health and wellness. Over the years, I've always tried to prioritize it, but it's been difficult sometimes because of conflicting priorities and some of the things we're trying to juggle. And so I'm being really intentional about focusing and putting my health and our family's health as a priority during this time in my life. As a present to myself this Christmas, I actually invested in a personal trainer. So I lucked out. One of the gyms that I was looking at joining had a 3-session personal trainer pack sort of discount over the holidays, which I have purchased, and I have been meeting with my personal trainer to just to focus on different things that are important to me at this time in my life, like stability. It's so important for us at this time in our lives to work on stability. So, because in later ages, once you maybe slip or break something, it's really affects your mobility, and mobility is the one single thing that's important as we age to continue to have a healthy life as we age. And common examples are traveling when you're less mobile is obviously difficult. It's hard to walk. My aunt, they wanted to travel, but she has problems with her knees now. They're in their 80s, and she's unable to do that. So mobility is definitely at every age very, very important. And I think stability, working on our core and working on stability exercises is really important for us at this age. It's also making sure that the workout that I'm doing, my personal trainer, having to do more with maintaining my like muscles. I continue to do building my muscles, because as we age, we lose muscle. So it's very important to continue to build them so we have a strong body as we continue to age. And I have focused a lot as well on yoga and meditation. I'm actually a certified yoga teacher and meditation teacher, and I haven't really had a lot of time to immerse myself in those because of conflicting priorities. So now that I have some more free time in early retirement, I'm dabbling into yoga and meditation as part of my self-care and protecting my mental health. And mental health is equally as important as our body's health, because come to think of it, if you're not looking forward to getting up in the morning if due to mental health issues, then what's the point? And finally, it's really, I think, one of the things that I've started to discover and continuing to discover, which is most exciting, is rediscovering purpose. So really, retirement for me, I'm not looking at it as the end, but more like a wonderful beginning. And really being able to have that opportunity to live life with meaning and do things that are meaningful to me, really understanding what my priorities are, really understanding who I am. And I'm still learning and continuing to rediscover my purpose. I've been exploring different projects, like I mentioned, continuing to work more on yoga, meditation. And one of the things that has been a dream of mine for so long is to have a YouTube channel. And I'm so happy that this day has come. I am so happy that this day has come. I love YouTube. Like I don't really watch a lot of videos, or rather TV, but I do follow YouTube creators and I have learned so much from YouTube. And I hope that I can share some of the learnings that I'm having during this time of my life with all of you and provide some connection. So I guess we come to the end of the video. 6 months into early retirement, and I can say that it's definitely been an adjustment, but a positive one. I definitely starting to slow down, and I see little pieces of the road ahead of being more present and being more mindful of how I spend my time and more intentional about my life. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, if you're also looking into embracing a slower and meaningful way of life, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. You may be retired or you may be planning for retirement. Nonetheless, comment below regarding your thoughts, what's on your mind, what you may want to hear from me. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, as that will help my channel grow. Thank you so much for listening and have a lovely week.